Welcome to the Prepped and Polished podcast, the podcast that empowers you to take control of your education, featuring weekly interviews with influencers in the world of education, as well as tutoring tips, lessons, and updates. And now, here's your host, Alexis Avila.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another Tutoring Tips episode of the Prepped and Polished podcast. It's Alexis of Prepped and Polished. Make sure to go to preppedandpolished.com for more info and to get tutoring and test preparation online or in person. That's what we do. Just go to preppedandpolished.com. You can join our Prepped and Polished community on Facebook and Twitter. Just type Prepped and Polished into the search bar. And if you have a question during or after this show, just go to preppedandpolished.com and jump into our chat box, and we'll answer any questions you have. We love hearing from you. So let's get right to our episode. It's 189, SAT Crash Course. So let's just assume that your SAT is about a month away, or maybe it's a week away, and you don't have a lot of time to prepare. So here's a crash course on what to do. First thing you want to do is buy yourself a copy of the College Board SAT Study Guide, because it has 8 official practice tests in it. And the best priced book is on Amazon typically. So go to Amazon.com and and order a copy. What you're going to do is you're going to familiarize yourself with the test format, the caliber of questions. You're going to take practice tests. In doing so, you're going to familiarize yourself with the test prep format, the caliber of questions on all the sections, and you're just going to gain confidence so that you can walk into the test more confidently and with better awareness of what to expect on the test. So another thing you want to do is you want to memorize the SAT test format. So just kind of keep in mind that there's a reading section. It's 52 questions, 65 minutes. You're always going to get one U.S. and world literature passage, a couple history, social studies passages, and 2 science passages. There's another section which is called the writing language section. It's 44 questions, 35 minutes. And there's about 4 passages, each with roughly 11 questions. So you have just under 9 minutes per passage. And typically among these 4 passages, you'll get 1 passage on a career-related topic, 1 passage each in the humanities, or in a history, social studies, and a science. And some passages or questions will include 1 or more informational graphics. Then there's a few other sections, both math. There's a math no calculator section, 20 questions, 25 minutes. Then there's a math calculator section, which allows you to use the calculator, obviously. 38 questions, 55 minutes. Now, 13 out of the 80 total math questions are grid-in student response questions with no multiple choice. So you want to kind of familiarize yourself with those types of questions. And then if you choose to do the optional essay, it's 50 minutes. So overall, expect the full SAT without the essay to be 180 minutes long. If you opt to take it with the essay, it's 230 minutes long. So you want to familiarize yourself with the test format, because it's always pretty much that format. So you're going to be a little bit more confident knowing what to expect. Another thing you want to do if you have need a crash course situation is you want to kind of work on those math strategies, especially back solving and plug-in techniques to get more questions correct. You don't have a lot of time to study math content at this point, with the test 2-3 weeks away. So work on math strategies, and if you have any questions, you can always email us, info@preppedandpolished.com. My final tip is you want to start getting up bright and early on Saturday mornings leading up to your test, and do so you can study SAT material on those Saturday mornings to get your brain used to it. You can definitely check out our blog and podcast. We do a lot of free tutorials on the SAT if you need any extra tips. But just don't panic. Just use those tips, with your test coming just around the corner. So this wraps up our show today, episode 189, SAT Crash Course. Be on the lookout for our next podcast episode, episode 190, with entrepreneur and motivational speaker Scott Johnston, who is very inspirational. He overcame physical and learning challenges and now thrives, and he's an entrepreneur and doing great things. Remember to access all of our podcast episodes. Go to preppedandpolished.com/podcast, or if you're a SoundCloud, person, go to soundcloud.com/prepped and polished. Thanks for joining us on the Prepped and Polished podcast. Now go out there and take control of your education.
You've been listening to the Prepped and Polished podcast. For more information, check out preppedandpolished.com. Also, you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks for listening. Class dismissed.